It was pretty cool.
I
gotta be
love
honest.
Sometimes
the surprise is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when it comes in the regards
Whereas
of
the
a
other way
big
can
movie.
be nerve-wracking. Like on So You Think You Can Dance, I was like nervous. I was like, oh, I hope it sounds okay coming through TV. I hope, whatnot. But when you don't know, you don't have anything to, think about like that. So it almost makes it better in some ways.
Now, when you listen to your music, do you think, oh, I could have changed this, or I should have did this differently? Are you like a real big perfectionist?
Oh, all the time. Every time I hear something, it's almost hard for me to listen back to something.
Yeah.
Because I'll still, I'll hear things and I'll still want to fix it. Even from that first record from years ago, I'll be like, oh, I can do that better now. So, but at a certain point, you just have to let go and, trust what you did, I suppose. That's what I tell myself, at least.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. I mean, because otherwise you're going to be worrying every single time you hear a song, well, maybe I should fix that, and then you'll never accomplish writing new music because you always want to fix the other stuff that you've already done. Exactly.
And I think most musicians can get the fact that you're always, I think, in some ways improving, getting better. So, if one thing doesn't come out the way it's supposed to or you want it to, maybe, as you grow, the next thing will. So.
Right. And as a listener, as a fan of your music or anybody else's music, we listen to, of course, the music part and the lyrics. We don't hear what you hear that you want to change, so you have to remember that, too.
Everybody says that, but I still don't really believe that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Honest to God, it's true.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Not just mine, but all your 100,000 fans and also the TV shows and the movie and everybody that's used your music. I mean, that tells you right there. So believe it.
Okay.
Now, you also released a Christmas album called And a Happy New Year. I want you to know I'm not huge on Christmas. Unfortunately, since my mom passed away, it's just not been the same, and when your kids get older, it's not the same, and so I don't normally sit and listen to Christmas music, but honest to God, I swear on my kids, when I heard the songs, I bought the album right then and there.
Really?
Yes.
That means
it.
So much. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. I'm not huge on Christmas music either. I had a bunch of songs that didn't fit anywhere, and I was like, you know what? These kind of sound like they're like holidays. Like they could kind of just. I had no intention of doing it, but I was like, you know what? I got these 5 or 6 songs, and they kind of go together, and I decided just to do it, and I went for it, and we recorded it in a couple of weeks. I did it right at home, and I was really happy with it, and it was a fun little thing to release, and it's something that. Once it's there, it's not like every year you have to do a Christmas record. It's already out. So next year I have a Christmas record, and the year after that I have a Christmas record. So I thought, it can't be the worst thing in the world, and it was songs that weren't going anywhere else. So I actually had a lot of fun with that project. It's fun singing Winter Wonderland in the middle of July when you're recording it. So. Yeah.
You're just like the stores. They put out Christmas stuff in July. So
Exactly.
You're right in tune with them. And I love that you did some covers, but you made them your own.
I tried to. I mean, I love that general feel. I like the time of year. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I like I don't love winter. February to me is just the worst. But there's something about the lights in the city in November, December, and all your families around and whatnot, and it's just. It's a really sometimes nice feeling. So there were a couple of cover songs, and I was like, it could be cool to try and put more of, maybe a mellower, darker, deeper touch on it. I don't know. So I started messing around with it, and I was actually really happy with Let It Snow. I think that was my favorite one on the record.
Yeah.
Favorite one to do. It was I don't know if it's been done like that before. Every time you hear it, it's this jolly song, and I was like, why don't we just make it a little, the person I had in mind for it, honestly, was Chris Martin from Coldplay, and I was like, how would he do it? And then I kind of started doing it like that, and it ended up on the record, and I'm happy with it. I think that one more than, maybe it's because I don't take it as seriously because it is, you know, a holiday music thing where I can listen to that one and just really smile and enjoy it. So, but I was happy with that one.
Well, the funny thing is, I didn't know who you were until you put that Christmas album out and you started following me on Twitter. Isn't that funny? Now I've gone back and, you know, gotten all the rest of your music and absolutely am a fan for life. You're just such a talented singer-songwriter that I can see you going on forever and ever, and I would buy every single piece of music that you do.
That means so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now, what are you working on now? You have a new album or an EP or something that you're going to be putting out?
I'm loving this new stuff I'm working on. I've been back in Nashville actually, working with two insanely talented producers, their brothers, Ed Cash and Scott Cash, and basically I had this sound in mind that I was going for, maybe a little more upbeat pop, so I just, they're really big in, more in the gospel Christian rock kind of area, but their production is incredible, and I thought it would be nice maybe for me to team up with them because they're very soulful, and I kind of wanted to go in more of a soulful direction, and at the same time for them, they might have wanted to lean a little more pop. So it was actually a really nice mix. We've just been recording like the past couple months, but a lot of it's long distance. I've been back and forth between Nashville and home, and we do a lot of it, through the internet, through using music files and sending it to each other and stuff like that. And then I'm going back to Nashville next week to finish it up. And not sure what it's going to turn into yet. I'm not really in a huge rush to release it, so to say. But I might, do one song at a time, or maybe release a single and see how it does, or who knows. There's so many options, and I kind of like the fact that I don't have to feel pressured for the first time to get this out there. I can make it as how we were just talking about how you want to live with it forever, how you don't want to fix anything. I would like to get this record to the point where I can live with it for 2 or 3 years, where if I don't release another record for 2 or 3 years, where I can just always want to play every song on this record and love it and want to listen to it all the time. And so that is my goal for this. So it's nice to have that kind of freedom with this record and just experimenting with new songs and seeing where they go and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, and what's nice about these days, too, is that you do not have to release a full album. You can release just a single, or you can release just an EP with 3 or 4 songs on it.
Right. Exactly.
So it makes it easier on you guys.
We're releasing, I'm recording about 12 or 13 songs, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but it's exciting that I have, first of all, I'm really loving these songs in like a way that I haven't been excited about in a long time. And so I'm really enjoying the process of recording this, and it's really nice to be back in Nashville, too, because I went to college there, and I really just love that city. And so I've just been enjoying the process, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
Well, we look forward to hearing that. That's for sure.
And if you have any
somebody
go on.
Oh no, that's all right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if anybody has any suggestions for the album title, feel free, because I can't think of anything yet.
Well, I kind of have to know what kind of music is on it. What the songs are about before I could maybe suggest something like that. But maybe that's what you should do. Hold some kind of contest. Through social media.
That'd be a good idea. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, release one of the songs and let them get a listen to what it's about and what it's like, and then go from there. That would be neat. And, maybe give them something free, the free album or the free EP or something once it's released, or, something as a prize.
Very cool.
I know that fans enjoy doing that, so, they could say, hey, I chose that, and then they brag to all their friends, and then their friends hear your music, and so on and so on. So it benefits all of you.
sounds like you have it all figured out.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely something to think about. I like that.
Yeah, put it on your to-do list. Is there somebody in the industry that you'd like to work with or maybe do a duet with?
Yeah, I mean, almost too many to list because there are so many talented people out there. Boy, oh boy. I mean, there's obviously, I mean, incredible producers out there who one day down the road, if I continue to grow or, you know, on this path, I can hopefully work with one day. Other singers, I mean, obviously I mentioned Chris Martin before. I think Coldplay is a great band. John Mayer, that'd be another guy that I'd love to sing with. Joy Williams from the Civil Wars, that'd be awesome. I have this song that's on this new record, and I think she would be perfect. I'm looking to get a girl to duet on it, and I think she would be perfect, but I don't know if I'll be lucky enough to get her, but I'm going to try. And then...
Well, we'll have to send the podcast to her and let her know.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, there's so many talented people out there, and even when I've been in Nashville working, you know, with Ed and Scott Cash, even the guys that are in the studio, even the interns and you know, the guys helping them out are just so talented and so awesome. I just feel really lucky and privileged to be working with people, all those kids who live in Belmont and Nashville. They're just so good and so awesome, and it's just nice to be surrounded by that kind of level of talent. It almost makes you better, which is a good thing. So, I mean, hey, I guess the answer would be I'd like to collaborate with anybody who can make me better.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah.
Well, what type of music is on your iPod these days? Who do you listen to? Is it all types of music?
Yeah, I go through phases, and you know, I have like a lot of like, just because I write a certain way doesn't mean I listen to everything. Like I'm even into the electronic dance music kind of thing. I really like that when I work out. I'm into the National's new album. You know, I like that to fall asleep. I got into the band Fits and the Tantrums for a while. I got into who else have I been listening to? I mean, like I love singer-songwriters, especially some of the indie guys from Nashville. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, I'm one of those. To me, I'm still just a listener. So like whatever I'm in the mood for is kind of what I'm going to go with. I don't lean in any one direction when it comes to listening to music. So I use Pandora a lot too. I sometimes don't even.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's actually great for finding new music. But I don't like to rule out any one genre. You know, I'm into the top 40 thing, and I'm into sensitive singer-songwriters, and you know, all of it. So it's kind of, you know, whatever feels right for that day.
Yeah, I can understand that, or whatever emotion you're going through at the time, because I find myself listening to music and choosing the music by how I'm feeling. If I'm upset about something, if I'm mad at somebody, I'll listen to a certain type of music. If I'm happy, I'll listen to another type of music.
Exactly.
And
I've always heard that there's only two kinds of music, and that's good music and bad music. So, like, whatever category it is, if it has a melody and if it has good lyrics that I could sing, then I like it. So.
Right. You got it.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the music that you've written, what song is closest to your heart?
That's a great question. Wow, I'd have to think about that. I'd say, I mean, it's possibly In Case I Go Again, because I still have such like a connection to that song. But there's also this other song called The Last Great Song that was on my first record. And that one was like the first song I ever wrote where like my friends are at the time, you know, before I took myself seriously, they were, you know, it was kind of like a joke that I would write songs, and like, you know, I didn't really take it seriously, even though I could play and I could write. But Last Great Song, when I wrote that one in college, that was like the first time all my friends were like, you know, that's a really good song. And it kind of let me know that maybe I could do music. And I think lyrically that one just was like, considering I was like 16 or 17 at the time, I was like, you know, that was actually pretty deep for a 16-year-old or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever, maybe I just turned 18. But and we're actually re-recording that song for this new record. We redid Last Great Song. I kind of wrote a new chorus to it and expanded on the idea, because I always thought it was never. Well, the whole idea of the song is that it's never complete, it's never done. So I think it's actually kind of interesting that I'm recutting it and redoing it and giving it more of an epic, big feel and improving the lyrics a little bit. So I kind of that song, which kind of maybe sums me up a little bit, that maybe I'm never fully satisfied with the work, or